Today I'm going to be answering one of your art questions. Hi, I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. I have a frequently asked questions page over on my website. There, a link will pop up. You can check that out. If you cannot find the answer to your art question, there is an area where you can submit your own question to be featured in one of these videos. Today's question says, "Hello Lachri, I'm a Spanish girl who loves your drawings and learning to draw. I took about 7 months practicing, self-taught, mainly doing some tutorials or making copies of photos or drawings. But it still takes time for medium or large compositions, and especially to have a background. So bored me and makes me want to quit. I used pen, pastel, crayon, and watercolor now finally. But watercolor seems a bit limited when painting and difficult to handle. I want to move on to acrylic or Prismacolor pencils. I love the results of these pens. My question is, I rolled up me more, that exercise or practice advised me to give progress without getting bored in the attempt. Thanks, Lachri, and thanks for the videos that you put out." I can totally relate to your problem here. One of the reasons that I work in so many different mediums is it keeps me from getting bored. I can spend 2 or 3 days on a 16 by 20 inch acrylic painting that would take me 2 weeks to complete in colored pencil. So by mixing it up, it helps me not to get too bored or frustrated or start wanting to rush work because I don't want to work on that project anymore. So switching from medium to medium every week definitely helps me not to get bored. One option you have, it sounds like you're starting to play with, is mixed media. By doing a watercolor background, or like you see me do often on my colored pencil pieces, I'll do a airbrushed background. It saves so much time. As long as the end result is what I want it to look like, it doesn't really matter to me which medium I'm working in. So if airbrushing is going to save me a lot of time, then that makes more sense to do. Again, if that is going to get me to the end result that I'm looking for. Now, watercolor, you felt that you were limited in what it's able to do. Watercolor actually is a cool medium, and it's a very difficult medium to work in, but you have the ability to get a looser watercolor type feel that you would expect traditionally from watercolor. But if you look at what some artists are able to achieve with that, you can get to the point where you're doing photorealism or hyperrealism with watercolor. Watercolor can do a lot if you will take the time to learn how to use it. It's not a medium that I ever put the time into. I just don't enjoy working with it, but it does have a lot of amazing capabilities. So I don't want you to feel like you're limited just because of the medium that you're choosing. It's just like anything else, getting the hang of it and learning how to best apply it to get the results that you're looking for. Another thing that you may like doing to speed up the time on how long it takes you to get your backgrounds done is ink tints. I have really been enjoying playing with that, and it works well with mixed media and mixing it with ink or colored pencil. You can mix it with most things, so that may be something that you really enjoy. They're very similar to watercolor, but for me they were easier to work with because of the way that they're permanent when they dry, so I can do a layer on top of layer. I was just able to get better results with the ink tints than I had with previous watercolor attempts. Again, just to be fair, I never put that much time trying to learn watercolor because it wasn't fun for me. But the great thing is, if you are switching from medium to medium every week, trying something new so that you don't get bored, you're still perfecting your drawing skills because composition still matters, your contrast still matters. All of these art things, color theory, all of this still applies no matter which medium you're working in. So either way, you're going to be progressing and you're going to be improving your own artwork. The other thing that you can do, and I've talked about this before, if doing these larger compositions you're starting to get bored, stop doing them. You do smaller things. There's no reason that you need to work huge while you're learning. You can do smaller, like 8 by 10s or smaller, and learn a lot from that. Do studies, do smaller things that you can get done a lot faster. Sometimes that alone will make a huge difference in keeping you motivated because you can get it done so quick and move on to your next project. Thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips for artists, or now these art Q&A videos every Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+. All of those social media sites are linked below in the video description where you can keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. I'll see you guys in a few days.